Guys, I'm very excited about this. This is my room transformation with the before and after shots. It's been 4 years since I did anything about my room and decor, so I'm very excited to show you where we're at. I'll say one thing before we get into it. We rent our house, so that means that we can't really mess with the infrastructure, the walls, we can't paint, this kind of thing. So we're stuck with the walls, stuck with the flooring. It is what it is. We can put things on the wall, but we have to use command strips. So it's a bit here and there, but keep that in mind. If it was a different situation, you know, I would be ripping out everything in this room. But there's not really much for me to say right now, so we're gonna go back in time to me before this all happened. Okay, so there's my bed with a bunch of clothes on it. My side table, I'm gonna try and put some art up here next to it. And I have a bit of a mess down there. Fan is practical reasons. The main thing that's changing is this section right here. So I have a clothing rack that's gonna go in there. This is gonna move potentially to the side, or I'll put it here. So that's the current situation. This is gonna stay here. This clothing hanger thing used to be over there. That needs to be cleaned up. I might try and hang up the art too. That just needs to be sorted. And I want to get some different sheets for my bed. The green is nice, but it's not my favorite. Okay, and now it's time to see what the room's looking like now. It's not perfect. There's a few more projects I want to do, which, I mean, stay tuned for that, but it's in a pretty good spot. And here's a cute little montage. I'm just going to talk through a little bit of what I've done. First off, we've got my little entryway, because who doesn't want a little entryway? I have an excess amount of decorations, so they've been put out there. The first thing you see is the bed, and I changed the sheets to be a little bit more warm compared to what I had at the time. I love the texture and dimension that it brings and how it pairs with my beautiful pillows. All from IKEA, actually, the sheets and the pillowcases. Then over this side, I got rid of the big wall art that I had here, which I did love, but it just didn't fit color-wise. And so instead I moved this art piece up. I really like how it looks. I think the color tones work really well in the room. One of the biggest changes is this clothing rack, which has been a game changer. I used to have the coat rack in the corner, and it just was so cluttered and it looked awful. This was purely based off a search on Pinterest to find something cute. Love that I can put out some of my favorite pieces and style things, and I have my speaker out, and it just makes me happy. It feels very cute and aesthetically pleasing, but also practical. This corner is not too different from the before footage. I just cleaned it up a little bit, and that's about it. I have a little charging station. It's pretty simple. It's not what I would love, but it's also that I have a lot of cords and things to deal with, so it is what it is. On the other side of the room, I have just tidied and reorganized the top of my drawers, and I hung up the wall art, as well as got a cute dish to organize all my makeup into. And the last thing that I kind of need to do or want to do is deal with the wall behind me, which I've talked about before, but I have a plan for a bigger piece of art slash display that I want to do, and so maybe I'll put that in another video. That's it. Nothing too crazy. Very different from what my room looked back in 2022, which was my room tour video 2022. Things have changed. I love having a big bed. makes me very happy. It's so much more comfortable, and I like how things are coming together, and I love that one day I'll move out and be able to use these pieces in my own house. And maybe in the comments let me know what you wish you could do in your room. If you had all the freedom to change something in your room, what would you do? I hope you like my room and what it's looking like, and if not, that's okay, because I like it. I'll see you later.